Even before colonization, the environment and climate has been an important staple in American life, to our health, to our prosperity, and to our future. Native Americans used every part of the environment to help them build their society and their way of life. Even when Europeans started colonizing North America, the resources of our environment were beneficial and would have not been possible to settle here in the first place. But sadly, as America grew, the destruction of the environment has surged. In United States history, environmental destruction has happened. In Lovely Canal, from an old landfill, toxic waste made the town uninhabitable. Mining has also caused major destructions to our environment, including Centralia, Pennsylvania. A coal mine caught on fire and left the town burning to this very day. Those examples are small compared to what we had done to our air, water, and land, not to mention our helpless animals. A pesticide almost killed our national bird, the bald eagle, when it was learned that that pesticide was weakening their eggs and making them vulnerable, almost killing our beloved national symbol. Luckily, Americans will soon recognize their effects on their environment and climate. In the ashes of the Gilded Age, the progressive idea of conservationism arose, which is the idea that resources or nature should be preserved for the present and generations to come. Notable progressive conservationists were Teddy Roosevelt and John Muir, who pushed for many parts of federal land to be preserved for the protection of the commons, which is a resource that everyone has access to, like water and air. Soon, during the Cold War period, legislation in Congress was passed to protect our environment. Examples include like the Clean Air Act of 1963, Clean Water Act of 1948, Clean Drinking Water Act of 1974, Resource Conservation and Recovery Act of 1980, and Endangered Species Act of 1973, and the Surface Mining Control and Reclamation Act of 1977. On July 1970, President Richard Nixon created the Environmental Protection Agency to enforce these types of laws that we still have in place today. Sadly, to this day, the problems of climate change and pollution are causing a series of problems for us, like extreme weather, risky sea level rises, damage to ecosystems, and negative impacts on human health. Luckily, the United States had tried to help by signing accords like the Paris Agreement on April 22nd, 2016. But that hope was stopped when the United States then backed out of the treaty on November 4th, 2019. But one nation formed in 2019 was determined to lead the world in environmental protection, and that nation is known as the Pearsican Republic. Since its foundation, President Mason Pearson has led the Pearsican Republic as its environmental protector. Under his administration, national parks were established, hunting regulations were enforced, animals as pets were equal before the law, plastic shopping bags were banned, littering was punishable by death, repealed in 2020, many species were put under protection, and to reduce emissions, President Mason Pearson signed the Pearsican Republic into the Paris Climate Agreement in 2022 to solidify its role as leader in environmental protection. Indeed, long live the Pearsican Republic.